What it is, what it do. I'm A1, this is Destiny, and in this video, I'm gonna show you a couple different ways on how you can get a hand cannon that does solar damage. Anyways, the reason I'm uploading this video is because I know a lot of people have been wanting hand cannons that do solar damage. Not really gonna go over arc or void hand cannons, because if you want arc, all you have to do is just play Vault of Glass until you get the Fatebringer. If you want a void hand cannon, all you have to do is to play Crota's in hard mode until you get the Word of Crota. But when it comes to hand cannons that do solar damage, I really don't see a whole lot of people that have them. So I wanted to upload this video to show y'all how you can get a hand cannon that does solar damage. Alright, so the first hand cannon I'm gonna go over is called the 6 Dreg Pride II, or 6 Dreg Pride II. And the way that you get this hand cannon is by defeating Skolas on the level 35 Prison of Elders. Just keep in mind that it's not guaranteed that you're going to get this hand cannon. It's pretty much a random drop, just like everything else. And even if you do get this hand cannon, it's not guaranteed that it's going to do solar damage. The first time I got this hand cannon, it had void damage. So again, it's not guaranteed that it'll do solar damage. And it's also not guaranteed that this hand cannon will drop if you defeat Skolas. So the best way to get this hand cannon is to just try to defeat Skolas every week on all 3 of your characters. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend using this hand cannon for PvP, but it can definitely be useful when it comes to PvE, especially if there's a solar burn. And I'm not going to do a gun review over this hand cannon, but I am going to show the perks that it has, just in case you were wondering. And like I mentioned earlier, the way you get this hand cannon is by defeating Skolas on the level 35 Prison of Elders, but fortunately there's a way you can get a solar hand cannon through PvP as well. And the hand cannon that you can get that does solar damage is called Jewel of Osiris. And as you can see, the Jewel of Osiris hand cannon that I got does arc damage. But I have seen players that have the Jewel of Osiris that does solar damage. So it's definitely possible to get a Jewel of Osiris hand cannon that does solar damage. Now there's a couple different ways that you can get a solar hand cannon from Trials of Osiris. The first way is to go flawless. And if you didn't know already, every time you go flawless, you get a chance to go to the lighthouse. And once you go to the lighthouse, you'll be given the opportunity to open a chest. Now, just like with the 6 Dreg Pride hand cannon, it's not guaranteed that it's going to drop. And even if it does drop, it's not guaranteed that it's going to do solar damage. So again, if you're a PvP player and you want to increase your chances of getting a solar hand cannon, I would recommend that you play Trials of Osiris every weekend on all 3 of your characters. And we all know sometimes going flawless can be a pain in the ass. So fortunately, there's another way you can get the Jewel of Osiris hand cannon that'll do solar damage. And the other way you can get a solar hand cannon through Trials of Osiris is to go to the reef and see the Trials of Osiris vendor and check out the gear that he's going to have available for that week. He always sells at least 1 piece of armor and 1 weapon. So if you really want a solar hand cannon, make sure you check out the Trials of Osiris vendor at the reef every week, because he may be giving it as a reward, in which case you won't have to go flawless. All you have to do is just reach 7 wins instead of the total 9. But even if he doesn't sell it, there's still another way you can get a solar hand cannon. You can still possibly get it through one of the package rewards, but in order to get those packages, you're going to have at least 6 or 8 wins on a single Trials passage. And quickly before I go, here's the perks that the Jewel of Osiris hand cannon has. Nothing really spectacular in my opinion. And again, I know this particular hand cannon does arc, but it is possible to get a Jewel of Osiris hand cannon that does solar damage. Anyways, those are all the different ways that I know of to get a hand cannon that does solar damage. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, don't forget to do what you do. I'm A1, thanks for watching.